Hey folks, welcome back to Slash Build. This is of course Matt aka Slash, and we are going to head back into the Nether Hub today. I've been doing quite a bit of work off camera, just tunneling away like crazy. Did not feel like recording that for you guys because digging in one direction for ages and ages and then placing blocks for ages and ages is not particularly entertaining video. But I figured I'd give you a tour here of the result. I did just the line to the end, which is off in this direction. So this was here before. I decided to put an ender chest, regular chest, and crafting table here. And then here is the tunnel itself. I continued the nether brick theme, extending out from the base, but I wanted to give it an end theme as well, since that's ultimately where you'd be going along this track line. Hop on a cart. This is a temporary setup, this rail line. I mean, I decided it would be best to just go ahead and stick with the even numbers going out. I couldn't think of a way that it would look nice going inward. I did receive a suggestion to just go ahead and essentially do that and have the redstone torches or activated levers or whatever next to the powered rails on this side. I don't really like the look of that sticking up. I far prefer the what do you call it? Pressure rail. Oh my gosh, I can't think of what it's actually called. Detector rail. There we go. I far prefer the detector rail on either side of a booster rail. By the way, that beeping and or clonking sound that you're hearing is because the house electrical system decided that it was not happy. That shows up every once in a while in my videos, so I apologize for that, but basically the battery backup system had kicked on. So I've got these redstone lamps. I got a torch embedded in the wall behind it. I went with obsidian columns on the side, every 3. Let's hop out and take a look. Every 3 blocks, and then I had originally put all of this end stone flush with the obsidian columns, and then I decided that I didn't actually like the way that looked. So I had to go back down. I had it all done. I had to go all the way down the line and tear all of it out, dig out one behind all of these, and then fill them back in. This poor pick, this is, I think, the result of the second repair on it. I wore it all the way down to 0, repaired it, wore it all the way back down to 0, and repaired it again since the last recording. And then the light's just a simple nether brick fence. That's what it's officially called, I guess. Under that to look like it has some support. And then this, I just wanted to make it look like it was a chamber inside the end. A lot of people, whenever they, spawn into their end dimension, it seems like their little starter platform, what is it, a 5x5 obsidian platform, is directly next to, or directly inside an island. So you pop in and all you see is end stone around you. Every end that I've ever spawned in, that platform's been floating off to the side, sometimes not even connected to the main island. So, I don't know how people are getting that other one. And I've also got a couple of mini obsidian towers. Most of the obsidian that I've gotten recently has been farmed from the end towers. I've almost completely taken down one of the shortest ones that are there. And I decided to make this a full 14 block portal. It's really only 12 because you can't see that one, so I didn't put, I think there's nether rack there. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, it's just completely empty. But you'd never know. It might as well be 14. Crafting table and an ender chest down here at this end as well. Again, this is all temporary. having a launcher rail on this end, or this end of the track, probably doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because you're going into the end almost all the time, and then when you take the exit portal, you just pop back out where you spawn. So you don't ride this rail back in the typical use case. But we'll ride it back this time just to throw that off. Nether brick stairs, I like the way that looks. I think BOO had used a pattern, something like this, in his track to the arena. His, of course, was done on a sandstone. So I like the look of the stairs butting up against. Let's pick that up. Butting up against the track like that. I think it looks very cool. And then for this part, I raised the ceiling up one more to match with this one, just for a couple of blocks in, and then here dropped it down and covered that up with some nether brick stairs and a little bit of a U formation. It's the same way on the other side because the ceiling changes again at the other side and raises back up. So there it is. That's what I decided to go with. What I'm really looking forward to, and I started to touch on this in the last video but never finished my thought, is in 1.5 there are hoppers that will transport items from place to place. And what I would really like to do, this is going to be rearranged a little bit. I'd really like the track to split here and have, when you're coming back in, have that end up sending you this way. Actually, it occurs to me, would it not have done that as a result of this? Why does that track... Oh, it doesn't switch because I don't have another track there. Dope. Hello, Zisto. Let's put another track down to see which way this goes naturally. So we'll pick that up. If we put a track here... Oh, alright, let's get another track. So the idea being, when hoppers are available, you'll essentially come down this track and you'll get bumped down this direction. And then I think it's a cactus or something in the wall that causes the minecart to break. And then you put a hopper under here. And then you can use the hoppers to transmit, or transfer, I guess, not transmit. That makes it sound like it's being broadcast over airways somehow. But transfer the minecarts over here, and then there's a system that you can set up with a dispenser under here, because in 1.5 you can face them upwards, so that there's always a minecart here. And when you hop in and you push the button, it sends you off, and then a pulse later on causes the dispenser to fire another minecart up from its inventory. And when you come back, hits the cactus, breaks, drops in the hopper, goes and refills the dispenser. It's a very, very cool system, and I definitely would like to get something like that set up here once the update comes, which I'm hoping will be in the next week or two. They seem like they're very, very close. So if we hit that... Okay, so it looks like you do head off that way. Let's go ahead and give this a shot just to make sure that this works as expected. Oh, that's not good at all. Yeah. That's not good. Why did I go that way? Did I somehow hit the detector rail? I like hit it and then that switched and then it brought me back over this way. How do I fix that? Can I... I was gonna say, can I give this a signal if I switch it? That's not gonna help any. What if we just switch this around? And put this here. Nothing quite like trying to figure out redstone on camera. That. And then... Now this should do that by default. Right, and it's switched over that way. Now if it comes up this way, it's going to... It's actually going to end up switching it as it comes through, maybe? Nope, now I just go backwards. Alright, well clearly I need to work this out. I think I'm going to, just for now, put it back to this formation. Oops, I need my button. Button. Who's got the button? I've got the button. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Get in its way. Yeah. That way, I can actually use it in the interim, and I'll have to watch some videos to figure out the best way of handling that. I might need to move the track back this way some, or figure something else out with it, or launch it a different way. Maybe launch it straight, and it curves off when it comes back. Who knows? There's a couple of different possibilities there. I might not be able to use detector rails to power those. I might have to stick a lever underneath, maybe. Alright, very good. Let's put this back away before I forget. So today, I thought we would start thinking about this pathway. This one heads off to our little farm slash sand excavation area. So I think I'm just going to start tunneling this out while I talk to you guys about nothing in particular. I love being able to do this. I'm sprinting and mining through all this netherrack. It's ridiculously easy. Wow. That was a close call. Thanks, Minecraft. Did you guys hear that little... There's a big open area warning that played almost immediately after... Oh, no. Do not be blowing stuff up. Oh, snap. Oh, feather falling boots. Dang it. Stop it. Poo. Alright, where am I? Down here? Why, I'm down here, yes, that is correct. Man, I should have brought a fire resist potion with me. Can I make this ender pearl? Hup. Nope. Cannot. Oh, gosh. Oh. Oh, that hurts. That's a painful one. Okay. Let's do it the easy way. And just go ahead and get up in here. Where's the door? There's the door. This is the old nether hub. Still in use for most destinations. But we'll be able to get back up and resume our tunneling from up there. Oh, gotta take you out though. Hold on. Can I make you drown? That's always fun. Get in the stream. Oh, now you're trying to swim up. Okay. Pong! Excellent. Now I'm stuck. There we go. Alright, let's get back to work. So, I was playing a little Skyward Sword, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword earlier today. Actually, you know what? We're getting kind of close to a commercial break, so why don't we go ahead and take it while I fill this in and avoid some gas, and I'll get back to that story when we come back. And we are back. I am thoroughly looking forward to the 1.5 update. Let's see, let's just put some chests over here instead. They're starting to get in the way over here. Because this stuff finally has a purpose. Other than waste of space. Hence why I'm saving it all. Come on, open. Uh-oh. That's a lot of netherrack, apparently, and it's causing me some lag. But, yeah, because you can smelt this stuff into nether brick, which would be super useful now. Because I've had to use a lot of nether brick in putting this hub together. And I've had to excavate it from the fortress where I have my blaze farm. And I think, like, because that was a full chest. Whoa. I think a bunch of it must have gone through the portal. We're just gonna have massive amounts of netherrack waiting for me when I go through. Because I also didn't get any of the actual chests. What am I doing? There we go. Need to make some more chests. But I actually have a wall of furnaces. I don't remember if I've shown that in my base or not, but I have this big wall of furnaces. I'm going to estimate there might be 24 furnaces up against that wall. And I have every single one has a stack of netherrack in it already. Preemptively, just waiting to start smelting as soon as 1.5 comes out, and I've updated to it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That will be nice. Because that poor fortress, man, it is looking so sadly beat up. Of me hacking away at it, whatever pieces are most convenient. Alright, let's go ahead and go through and see how much we pick up. Oh yeah. Did I get a couple of chests? I did indeed. Alright. So yeah, I was talking about, right before the commercial break, I was talking about playing The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a great game. Can I get these on here? There we go. Power O chests. And I just finally beat it. I had gotten all the way to the very end of it the last time that I played, which was over the weekend. I'm recording this Monday night. This is generally when I record. And I had gotten all the way to the end of it. I don't know, like Saturday maybe we'll say. Probably on Sunday, actually. And was having the final battle. And, you know, spoiler alert if you don't want to hear anything about Skyward Sword. It's been out for a couple of years at least. So I don't think anybody's going to be upset if I talk about it. But just in case, now you know. Skip forward like 5-10 minutes. Get into the final boss battle with Demise, and when I was playing it yesterday, I just could not manage to beat it. No matter how hard I tried, I was not having any luck. And I ended up looking online. I hate doing that first playthrough of a game. I will do it on subsequent playthroughs as part of a, what do you call it? Like, if I wanted, like, a completionist playthrough, like, I want to try and get all of the hidden secrets and all the heart containers and all of that stuff, you know. But, forgot that was open there. Let's fill this in a little bit. Just till we actually do something with it. But anyway, I ended up looking online, and it turns out that I was just not using my shield properly. So I was taking a lot of damage that I didn't need to be taking. I thought... I'm coming from... For this type of Zelda game, I'm thinking back like Ocarina of Time, you know. Your main technique there was just dodging like crazy. And I was operating under that same game plan for this battle, and it turns out that the better game plan was to block a lot with like sword bashes and whatnot. So I did finally end up beating the game, and we're watching the final sequence. I think we got through all the way through the credits, and I forget exactly where this happens. I think it's like right before, the title card, "The End," comes up at the at the end of the game. And Zelda turns to Link and says, "What will you do now, Link?" And my son, he's 5.5, and he's awesome. He snarkily remarks, "Break pots." And I'm like, yeah, you get this franchise. You understand what Link's true mission in life is. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, I mean, I tell people this all the time. Anybody who's not a father or is just starting out in fatherhood or whatever, being a father is tough. It is tough having kids. They can give you a lot of heartache, and they can just annoy the heck out of you. But sometimes they just have these moments of brilliance, and that's really what makes it all worthwhile. You get to see them develop these cool personality traits, and generally be good people in the long run. You forget about the bad behavior that they experience every once in a while. Yeah, but what are you gonna do now, Link? Break pots. There's a great video out there. My wife is a big fan of Lindsey Sterling, the violinist. And there's a great video out there somewhere. If I find it, I'll link to it. Of Lindsey Sterling playing the part of Link. And it's the whole concept of the video is that it's set in Ocarina of Time. That torch, by the way, is where the portal's supposed to go, in case that wasn't clear. But it's set in like the Ocarina of Time, setting. You can tell that like the sets are built based on some of the things that you see there. And there's a guard room in Ocarina of Time where there's a whole bunch of pots that you can go in, you can break when you're in the child timeline, and there's all sorts of goodies in there. Let's do it this way this time, so I don't fall in too easily. And you can break these pots and get all sorts of money. And then when you exit, the room resets. So when you go back in, it reloads, and you can do it all over again. You can fill your wallet to its maximum capacity just by going in and out of that room a whole bunch of times. And they turned this into a video where the concept was the guard that stands in there and just watches you do this the entire time is setting up all these pots again for you when you're not looking. And then you just go back in and you break them all. It's like, boy, Link is a jerk. Come on, this guy's working real hard to try and provide this pot storage service, or this, trying to, I don't know what he's actually trying to do, just trying to have these pots in place, as is his job. They're supposed to be pristine, and every time he gets it just right, Link comes waltzing in and breaking the pots open looking for rupees. Oh, gosh. So yeah, that's a funny video. I'll try and take the time to find that so that I can link to it. Thankfully, this is about the only real gap this train track is going. You can actually see right there, that's the existing train track that goes back to the farm. That sort of follows the contours of the land. I did not realize when I first started out just how much nicer it is tunneling up at the bedrock layer, or bedrock level of the nether, because you have a lot less of this, where it's open to the air and you have to worry about gas and whatnot. It's fairly solid netherrack up at this level. So, highly recommend if you're looking to put some sort of rail line in the nether in your world, that you dig up to bedrock and start building there. Because the Y coordinate for the portal doesn't matter all that much. I mean, it factors in a little bit, but ultimately it's the X and Z that you want to make sure are Ooh, okay, there is a little bit of a one right here. Don't mind me, just passing through. But the X and the Z are the real important factors in figuring out how the portals link together. You go to the Minecraft wiki if you're not familiar with that. It's basically x and z are divided by 8. Y is left alone, and then it looks for a portal within, I think, 128 blocks of the portal that you entered in the target dimensions coordinate system. If it doesn't find one, it makes one. Otherwise, it links you to the closest one. Which is why, when you're going back and forth, you can have these sort of one-way portals that when you go in, like when I go in down at Bedrock Layer, the closest portal in the search radius from that is the one at the original Nether Hub. But when you go in that portal, the closest portal in the overworld to that one is the one hanging underneath the bird. And then whenever you go in that one... Actually, let me put some of this netherrack away first. When you go in that one, the closest one in the search radius is the one right over there. Or one of those ones right over there, anyway. So, that's what makes the portal mechanics a little confusing to try and figure out. But generally, if you don't have a whole lot of portals in a tight space, you keep the X and the Z the same. Or, you know, the X and the Z correct. And the Y doesn't matter all that much. Alright, well that's going to do it for this episode. I'm just going to put these couple of chests away. And I want to try and figure out a design for that tunnel that we just finished digging out. That goes, like I said, over to the farm. And it also goes over to where I'm mining out all of my sand. When I need sand, I just dig out a desert that's in that area. I am ready for 1.5. Bring it. So something in that line, something maybe grassy or, you know, sandstone based or I don't know what. Something that matches the concept of that destination is what I'd like to do there. So I'm going to have to give that some thought. And of course, I would definitely appreciate your suggestions in the comments below. Oh no, I added that one there. I was like, is there a chest missing? No, there's a chest added. There it is. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.